What's up, you guys? I have another great video where I'm going to be talking about how to stay motivated working, plus how to stop myself from overthinking about life and bills. I know a lot of times us as estheticians and solo estheticians, we get really busy with working, taking on clients, and just doing everything for our business. We forget to just relax and stop overthinking and not to get demotivated because of what we're doing to grow our business or help our business. I just wanted to touch bases on how to stay motivated working and how to stop overthinking before I continue to dive more into this channel of mine. We're going to be diving real deep, you guys, real deep. And this is just something I wanted to kind of talk about because it's a big thing, right? A lot of us overthink about, okay, I'm gonna pay my phone bill, I'm gonna pay my credit card bill, I might pay that on the first, I might pay that at the end of the month. I mean, a lot of things, definitely in today's time, it's not set in stone. It's kind of like hit or miss. And I feel like in today's time, we really have to have a level head. We really have to have action plan steps. We really have to have different sources of income, you guys. I mean, that is key. If don't nobody tell you, I'm gonna tell you, like, that is so key. You definitely should have more than one source of income. You know, unless what you're doing is working for you, then continue to do what you do. Majority of us out here, not even just estheticians and solo estheticians, people in general in the population, you know, definitely in the United States, there's a lot going on, right? And so just things are high, you know, inflation is high and the level of our hourly wages are not meeting that threshold. So we need to find other ways to get income, and we need to continue to stay motivated while working and reaching our next levels as far as like what we want to do, right? So with all that, I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna get right into it. We need to stay motivated, okay? And one of the things that motivate me, I would say, is prayer. I pray when things are good, and I pray when things are not going so good. But one thing I would say is prayer really, for me, it gives me that extra cushion of safety. You know, like, okay, Most High, I know you're hearing me, and I know you're gonna do it on your time, okay? I'm praying about it, but I know you have a way of doing it on your time when it's right. And so I would say prayer for me really helps me to stay motivated. I don't pray all the time, and like I should, because of, you know, there's no reason, but I'll say I be so busy, and it's like I want to do more, you know, I want to do more prayer and reading the Bible and stuff. But I will say I do pray, but not as much as I like to. So that's something that I challenge myself. I'm going to be challenging myself to do more often, you know, because I really believe prayer really helps. But then, you know, you also have to do prayer plus action steps. So you got to put in work, because work without deeds is nothing. So you got to put in work even with your prayer, right? And so prayer is really good for motivating for a lot of folks, not just me either, for a lot of folks. Even thinking positive, that's another one. Thinking positive and having a positive outlook is just key. Definitely if you are around something that's just kind of like irritating and it just kind of offsets your mood and it just flips it. One minute you was doing great, and then the next minute you're like you just got this stank face, like, and you know deep down inside you don't want that. That's not for you, because that's not who you are. Just pray and just try to look at the positive in the negative. So if something is not going right, try to think of something positive. Think of the positive. How, if it was negative, think of how it could be positive, and then do the things that make you happy. Okay, that's coming into the next one. Do the things that'll make you want to stay positive, you know, because sometimes when we're in a funk, we got to do something to get us out that funk, right? Maybe it's you going to take a walk at the park and just looking at the trees and nature, and that's helping you, you know, as a person. So that's bringing that positivity back, that energy, right? And so you want to be able to do things like that. Also, be patient with yourself and tackle your goals. That is something that I have been trying to master over the years, being patient. And I think I'm getting good. I think because it's been a while, but I think I'm doing a lot better being patient. Tackling my goals haven't been an issue, but procrastination has been. Just try not to procrastinate. Get things done as you set them. Do the most priority first and then work your way down, okay? So if that's you happen to pay this bill down, then after you pay this bill down, you go and sign up for this subscription to help you become more efficient in your business. Then, you know, do little things that's going to make a difference in your life to become a better version of yourself, whether it's on a personal level or on a business level, okay? And if you are someone that's like really struggling as an esthetician or solo esthetician, look at other estheticians in your industry for inspiration. You know, like for me, if I'm an inspiration for some of you guys, and I know you guys, some of you guys have said that makes me happy, because that makes me feel like I'm doing what's needed, and that's something I'm passionate about. So look for somebody who's an inspiration for you, that's going to push you, that's going to have you turn your thoughts around another way, you know, and have you think a certain way, right? Think positively so you can move on to your next agenda. Find that inspiration in somebody that you can relate, that you can resonate with, because that's important, okay? Definitely being in the same industry, you're like, dang, I felt everything she said or he said, I felt that, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a real good thing. I wanted to talk a little bit more about working. So I know, as you guys know, in my previous videos, I told you I was going back to work, a job, and then I'm still going to be doing my esthetician, solo esthetician stuff, right? And so I did all my interviews, right? I got a call back from one. The other two, I didn't get a call back from. Now, keep in mind, in the midst of these interviews, I had in my head, like, you know, it was just this feeling like, is this my calling? Is this my purpose? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, I don't know, you know, but that was the moment for me. It just felt that way. Like, I don't know if this is something I'm supposed to be doing. But anyway, I say that to say this. I am working, okay? Your girl do have a job, but I create my own hours and my own schedule, and I'm going to be sharing what that is. I don't want to share it in this video. This is just more so for us I'm trying to share with you guys on how to stay motivated while working. But what I will say is, yeah, I create my own hours. I work my job. Well, I'll just tell y'all. So I DoorDash, okay? And you guys, I know y'all like, what, Champagne? That's not a job. What is that? You got kids. That ain't paying the bills. Well, you're right, it's not paying the bills. Well, it might not necessarily pay all my bills, but it do pay some of my bills, right? And so I kind of look at it like that. I look at it as, okay, if I go work at a company for all these hours and I have to ask for a vacation, I have to ask for days off, or I have to speak to a supervisor to let them know what's going on. I'm like, I had to really think about that. I'm like, I've done that for so many years in my life. I'm like, do I want to go back to that? Do I really want to do that? So I really love the gig work industry, you know, just because it gives you a level of freedom and control over your schedule, over your hours. It really puts the discipline in, it really puts it back on you as an individual, because no, you don't have nobody forcing you to go to work. It's you that tell yourself, go, you gotta go, you gotta go, so you can, you know, make a certain amount, whatever your goal is to make. And I'll talk more about DoorDash in other videos. But so I say this to say, out of all the interviews I had, I got one call back, and I told them that I took on another job, which I did, and that was DoorDash, because I had to really be real with myself. Like, where am I at mentally? Where am I at physically? Like, what works? I have 2 kids, you know, that they do activities and other things, and I don't want to take that away and be like, oh, I can't, you know, I can't do this, and I can't do that. So this video is really for us to like stop. Sometimes we got to stop overthinking and do what we can do at the moment. And so for me, that's kind of how I took it. I kind of took it like, no, I know this is not a lot of money at all. It's not, you know, and then yes, you know, it's going to wear on my car, get my car mileage. Yes, and I might have to get my car fixed and something like that. But right now it's working, and I'm learning how to deal with problems as they come, and I'm trying to plan for those problems as they come. And so right now I just say that DoorDash just works for me, for my life of what's going on in general. There's so many things that I'm planning on doing differently so that I won't get myself back in the same position. So for example, I'm going to share one with you guys. When I moved to Georgia, I bought a car there, right? Outright, flat out cash. And it was good. It was good the whole time I was in Georgia until I moved back. My husband had a friend drive my car back to Nebraska, and he drove it back, and then literally like I think I got like a good 2 months in it, and then it started acting funny. So long story short, I needed a new engine. But you guys, what I'm learning is, it's like, why go buy a car that's like 20, 30, 40 G's when I could just buy a new engine? So I didn't do that. I ended up getting another vehicle, and you know, I still got that vehicle, but I ended up financing another vehicle, and here it is. I got this car payment, which I do not like car payments. I cannot stand car payments, but here it is. I got a car payment, right? You know, it's something that I felt like maybe I should have thought a little bit more into, but see, nobody really tells you, okay, well, if you go get your engine fixed, okay, that's about 5, 6, or maybe less, you know, depending on where you get it. At least I don't have a large overhead, so I know what to do next time, okay? That's kind of a learning lesson for me, but it's like sometimes, you know, when something breaks down, you don't necessarily have to go get something complete the whole vehicle. Sometimes you just need to fix, like how people go get, you know, liposuction. They ain't fixing their whole body, they just getting the fat out of the stomach most of the time. So I just say that to say that, you know, like just make better and smarter decisions that's not going to hurt you in the long run. And I'm saying this for my own self too, because there's things that I learned throughout the way. And I learned to also, I'm not going to be stressing about bills, because let me tell you, them bills come so fast every 30 days. I mean, you know, just fast. You know, it's crazy. So, but I just learned to pay my bills. But I also learned to take a little, whatever I make, I'm taking a little. Like, I got to keep myself up, you guys. Like, as you guys can see, I look a little better today. I'm trying to level up myself. I'm trying to reinvent myself. You know, I was looking at some of my old YouTube videos and I'm like, dang, I look a little rough, you know. Me reinventing myself is going to help me stay motivated and stop overthinking as far as, oh, you know, I need to do this, I need to do this. If I could do the bare minimum to keep myself up to par, which that's what I plan to do moving this far, I'm going to do it. There's days that we don't want to get up and go work, but you got to look at the greater good. You got to look at, okay, why am I doing it? And then once you get yourself to where you need to be, try not to go back. And that's one of the biggest messages I'm going to share with you guys. Try not to go back and get back into the same predicament you were in. That is what I'm learning and doing at this moment. So I will also be listing a goal tracker down below. It's free for you guys. So if just a goal tracker for you to track your goals and stuff and to stay organized. So it's free for you guys. It will be a printable and a fillable. So you have both options. You can fill it out on your computer and print it, or you can just print it. If you guys want that goal tracker, it will be listed in the information section down below, right? Life and bills, you know, like I said, that's going to happen. Bills are going to happen. Life is going to happen. But in the midst of that, we have to do the things that's bring us joy and that's going to keep us happy, because it's not going away. Even when we pass, the bills are going to be there. So why are we stressing? Why are we stressing for something that is out of our control? And so that's kind of how I'm looking at things too. And sometimes we need people to talk to us and tell us, you know. And so if I'm that type of person for you guys, brilliant. I love to help and be a voice for somebody. I'm going to say, live your life, relax and meditate, go to the park, do the things that bring you joy, do the things that makes you happy. Again, get into your side hustles. If you are struggling solo esthetician or esthetician and you looking like, I need money, I need a part-time job, you guys, I'm gonna tell you this, you are a solo esthetician or esthetician that is looking for a part-time job, do gig work. And I say that because you have a level of freedom. You're gonna like it. And you guys, this is coming from somebody, I don't know why I was so scared to do DoorDash, but I was like so scared to do it. And I'm like, and I love it. I actually love it. I love it. Now there's some days that's better than others, but it works for me. And I just couldn't believe how long I waited to do it. Sometimes it takes rock bottom for you to get started. When you have rock bottom, you gotta do what you gotta do. And that's like literally what it took for me. I was like, nobody gonna pay my bills, like, you know, and I gotta get it. I gotta get up and do this. And then I also too, I'm gonna also be revisiting my bills as far as everything. If it's a need or if it's a want. If I really don't need it, if it really doesn't serve a purpose, you gotta go. And that's what I'm gonna do. I have not done that yet because I've been busy, but these are on my list, on my things to do, you guys. And so yes, I just wanted to say that. I'm not gonna drag this video out, but if you are an esthetician, a solo esthetician that needed to hear this type of motivational video, even if you're working and you feel like life is getting to you, you're overthinking about life and bills, and I'm going to be sharing so many great things and different ways to make income as solo estheticians. But I had to get this out here first just because this is a common problem for many people. A lot of us overthink about our bills in life. I mean, it's hard not to, you know, right? Definitely what things are going on. So, but I'm not going to drag this video out. But if you guys like today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and a like and a subscribe. And again, you guys, I will be leaving down below that goal tracker template for you guys to use just to track your goals. That's all I have today. I'll catch you guys back with another great video. Bye.